صلى علي في يوم 1000 مرة لم يمت حتى يرى مقعده من الجنة. Whosoever recites 1,000 salat upon me, they shall not die until they see their place in Jannah. Subhanallah. जन्नत में जाने का फॉर्मूला है मेरे आका अलैहिस्सलातु वस्सलाम पर दुरूद पढ़ना, चलते फिरते उठते बैठते. Try to recite in abundance. Unfortunately, nowadays we waste our time on mobile, on social media, hours and hours, 3 hours, 4 hours daily. And for 1,000 times, we need only half an hour or 40 minutes. And if we spend 40 minutes to recite through their part, subhanAllah, what a beautiful reward, that they shall not die until they see their place in Jannah. Allah kare, may Allah give us chance to recite at least 1,000 times daily. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But dear Islamic brothers, in order to bring people out of the darkness of disbelief, misguidance and bad deeds, Allah Almighty granted the status of prophethood and messengership to His closest servants and sent them into this worldly domain. These blessed individuals called towards the acceptance of the oneness of Allah Almighty, prohibited the association of partners with Him, gave good news of Jannah to those who accepted the message of Islam, and presented warning of punishment to those who denied or disbelieved this message. The most illustrious of all of creation are the honorable prophets, and these noble individuals shine like pearls and jewels compared to the rest of mankind. The topic of today's bayan, inshallah, is concerning the biography of two noble prophets, Sayyiduna Dawood and Sayyiduna Sulaiman alayhi salam. Come with good intention, let's now hear about these sanctified and esteemed personalities. वो कमाल की दो हस्तियां जिनका जब जिक्र आप सुनते हैं, जब इनकी बात करते हैं तो सर अदब से झुक जाता है. वैसे कायनात की बेहतरीन हस्तियां अंबिया किराम हैं, और उन नबियों में दो नबियों के बारे में हम कुछ जानने की कोशिश करेंगे. Unfortunately, nowadays we know so many things about, if you say to any youngster that please write down the name of singers, may he write down so many names of singers, actors, players, even politicians. But if you say any Muslim youngster that please write down the name of Anbiya Kiram, Sahaba Kiram, then Awliya Kiram, then you know the picture, what's going on. And where are we right now? हमारी जो जनरेशन है, हमारे जो बच्चे हैं, खुद हम कितना नबियों के बारे में जानते हैं. How much know about Anbiya Kiram and prophets and Sahaba and Ahle Bayt? So please, in this bayan, inshallah, we'll learn about two beautiful and big personalities. But before the start of bayan, try to realize that we must know about Anbiya Kiram, about Sahaba Kiram, about Awliya Kiram, as we know about so many other personalities in the world, which is not important to know. वो जानना जरूरी नहीं है, नहीं जानो तो कोई नुकसान नहीं, बल्कि बाज़ औक़ात तो वो जानना फजूल हो जाता है. मगर बहुत कुछ पता है दुनिया के बारे में, नहीं पता तो कुरान और हदीस, अंबिया, औलिया और सहाबा के बारे में नहीं पता. When Talut became the king of Bani Israel, he began to prepare them for war against Jalut, a disbelieving king. He brought his forces into the battlefield, and when both sides faced another, Jalut called for somebody to face him in battle. As he was extremely arrogant, powerful, strong, heavily built and tall, the army of Talut panicked upon seeing his power and physical appearance. Previously, Talut announced amongst his army that whosoever kills Jalut shall be married to his daughter and receive half of his kingdom. So, despite this reward, nobody from the army of Talut replied to the call of Jalut. Upon this, Talut requested Sayyiduna Shamwil salam to supplicate in the court of Allah Almighty. आप दुआ करें कि ताकि इस जालिम से नजात मिले. After having done so, Sayyidina Shamweel alayhi salam informed them that Sayyidina Dawood ala nabiyina wa alayhi salatu wasalam will be the one who to kill Jalut. Isha, the father of Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam, was in the army of Talut, and he was accompanied by all of his sons. Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam was the youngest of them all, unwell at that time, and his blessed complexion had become pale due to this. बीमारी का आलम है, रंग जर्द हुआ है, feel strong नहीं कर रहे. When Talut forwarded his proposition to Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam that if he were to kill Jalut, he shall receive the former's daughter in marriage and acquire half of the king's domain. Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam accepted this offer and set off in the direction of Jalut. ये कैसा मुकाबला था? एक ऐसी शख्सियत जिसकी तबीयत भी ठीक नहीं है, रंग भी जर्द हुआ है, और सामने एक लंबा तरंगा और जिसको कहें ताकतवर शख्स जो उनका सरदार है वो मौजूद है. As battle formations were adopted by both sides, Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam confronted Jalut with the sling in his blessed hands. Upon seeing this, fear and panic arose in the heart of Jalut. However, he attempted to disguise these feelings with arrogant words, desiring to overpower Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam with his oath. Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam proceeded to place a stone in his sling and throw it towards Jalut, striking him in the front of the head and exiting out of the back, and the disbelieving king fell dead onto the floor. Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam brought the body of Jalut and deposited it in front of Talut, and all of the Bani Israel rejoiced at this sight. As per his promise, Talut married his daughter to Sayyidina Dawood ala nabiyina wa alayhi salatu wasalam and gave half of his kingdom to him. After some time, Talut passed away, and Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam became king over the entire of the domain. Dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, Allah Almighty granted His prophets alayhi salam unique and awe-inspiring qualities that were not given to the rest of mankind. In the previous narration, upon seeing the power and physical stature of Jalut, the Bani Israel panicked and none of them desired to face him in battle. However, Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam was not at all perturbed or affected by this and faced him in battle despite being young and unwell, defeating Jalut with simply a single stone. After Sayyidina Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam is that individual who was honored with both prophethood and kingship over a kingdom. For around 70 years, he alayhi salatu wasalam fulfilled the responsibilities of both positions. After him, Allah Almighty also granted his son Sayyiduna Sulaiman ala nabiyina wa alayhi salatu wasalam prophethood and ruling over a kingdom. Subhanallah. And जिसे अल्लाह चाहे उसे इज्जत अता फरमाए. व तुइज़्ज़ु मन तशा व तुज़िल्लु मन तशा. Subhanallah. His blessed name. And now, little introduction of Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wasalam. We must know about our beloved Anbiya Kiram alayhi salam. And alhamdulillah, being a Muslim, we love all prophets. Alhamdulillah. It is the beauty of Islam. His blessed name is Dawood, and his lineage is as follows: Dawood bin Isha bin Uid bin Abir bin Salmon bin Nashun bin Oenzib bin Aram bin Hasrun bin Faras bin Yehuda bin Sayyidina Yaqub bin Sayyidina Ishaq bin Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. ये इनका शजरा था, and he alayhi salatu wassalam was of utmost and excellent beauty. And in explaining his blessed physical appearance, Sayyidina Ka'b radiyallahu ta'ala narrates, Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salatu wassalam possessed a radiant face, soft and elegant hair, fair complexion, and a lengthy beard. Subhanallah. एक और खूबसूरत बात बताऊं, जितने भी prophets, all prophets, तमाम जितने अल्लाह के नबी थे, अल्लाह ने सबको बड़ा सोहना, बड़ा खूबसूरत बनाया था. और जिसको रब अज़्ज़ा वजल ने अपने दीन की तबलीग के लिए, दीन की तबलीग का काम दिया, उसको बेऐब पैदा किया। किसी प्रॉफिट में कोई ऐब नहीं था। ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, ठीक है, क्योंकि इनका काम ही दीन की तरफ बुलाना था। तो जिसको दीन की तरफ बुलाने के लिए रब ने सेलेक्ट किया, अगर उसमें कोई ऐब हो है तो लोग तो उसके करीब नहीं आएंगे। तो तमाम अंबिया जो हैं वो बेऐब हैं, और सुभान अल्लाह अंबिया के सरदार हमारे आका की तो शान ही निराली है। ऐब तो दूर की बात है, गुमाने ऐब, गुमाने नक्श भी जहां नहीं है। सैयदी आला हज़रत कहते हैं ना, वो कमाल हुस्न हुजूर है कि गुमाने नक्श जहां नहीं, यही फूल खार से दूर है, यही शम्मा है कि धुआं नहीं। अच्छा, एक और खूबसूरत बात कि आज भी जिन लोगों को अल्लाह ने अपने दीन की खिदमत के लिए चुना है ना, अल्लाह ने उनके चेहरे पर भी बड़ा नूर अता फरमाया है। हाँ, उनको भी ऐबों से पाक फरमाया है। आप देख लें औलिया किराम को, या उन लोगों को जिनको मरजाए खलाइक बनाया, जिनकी तरफ लोगों का रुजू है, रब्बे करीम ने उनके चेहरे पर ऐसी नूर और ऐसी फ्रेशनेस दी है कि जेड़ा तकदा एक बारी वो तकदा ही जाता है। ऐसे ऐसे औलिया किराम गुजरे, ऐसे पीरो मुर्शिद होते हैं। आज के दौर में हम देखें हमारे अमीर अहले सुन्नत का चेहरा, बंदा देखे तो देखने को बार बार जी चाहता है। तो अल्लाह करीम दीन के दाई जो होते हैं उनको बड़ी बरकत अता फरमाता है। बहरहाल हजरत दाऊद अलैहिस्सलाम को तो रब्बे करीम ने ज़ाहिरी हुस्न से भी नवाजा, और आपकी जो वॉइस थी, सुभान, आपकी आवाज की तो क्या बात है। Alongside possessing utmost physical beauty, Sayyidina Dawood अलैहिस्सलाम was gifted and beautiful voice. Sayyidina Abdullah bin Abbas radiyallahu anhu states, Allah Almighty granted Sayyidina Dawood alaihissalam an unmatchable and melodious voice, the likes of which was granted to no other. When he alaihissalam would recite the Zabur in melody, the birds would cease their flight in the skies. आसमान पर परिंदे रुक जाते थे जब हजरत दाऊद ज़बूर की तिलावत किया करते थे, and match their voice with his, परिंदे साथ पढ़ना शुरू कर देते थे, as well as recite tasbih, the glorification of Allah Almighty. When he recites zikr alongside him, in the same way, day and night, even mountains would make tasbih of Allah Almighty alongside Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salam. पहाड़ भी साथ तस्बीह करते थे। इमाम औज़ाई रहमतुल्लाहि तआला states, nobody was granted a voice as beautiful as that of Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salam. Birds and animals would gather around him when he would recite the blessed Zabur and remain so engaged in its recitation that they would even forget eating and drinking. जो जानवर होते थे खाना पीना भूल जाते थे, until some of them would even pass away from hunger and thirst. Subhanallah. Alongside the beauty of his blessed voice, Sayyidina Dawood alayhi also possessed the unique quality of being able to complete full recitation of the Holy Zabur in a small amount of time. As the Holy Prophet ﷺ has stated, Hadith Pak, recitation was made easy upon Sayyidina Dawood ﷺ. He would give the order for a saddle to be placed upon a horse, and before the horse was prepared, would read the entire Zabur. To Islamic brothers, perhaps Shaitan places the satanic whisper, हो सकता है किसी को वसवसा आए, in the mind, how could the entire Zabur he finished in a small amount of time? The response to this is as follows, that this is the prophetic miracle of Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salam. In the short time it takes for a horse to have saddle and reins affixed upon it, he would recite the entire Zabur. Prophetic miracles are referred to as those events which are rationally impossible, meaning they are not possible normally. Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salam is a prophet of Allah, and the status of the honorable prophet is very elevated and lofty. Allah Azza wa Jal has also granted the followers of his beloved sallallahu alaihi wasallam unique qualities. अंबिया की तो शान निराली है। आओ मैं सहाबा का वाकया सुनाता हूँ। ये शान है उनके गुलामों की, सरकार का आलम क्या है। चाहे तो इशारों से अपने काया ही पलट दे दुनिया की। ये शान है उनके गुलामों की, सरकार का आलम क्या होगा। It is narrated regarding मौलाए कायनात मौला अली शेर खुदा करमल्लाहु ताला वजुल करीम, when he would sit upon a horse and place one foot in a strip, he would begin to recite the Holy Quran upon placing his other foot in its respective strip and sitting upon the saddle of the horse. In this time, Sayyidina Ali karramallahu ta'ala wajhul kareem would complete an entire recitation of Holy Quran. सुभान अल्लाह, सुभान अल्लाह। अल्लाह वालों की शान जो है वो निराली होती है। सुभान अल्लाह। सैयदना दाऊद अलैहिस्सलाम की बात हो रही है। This divinely revealed book was granted to Sayyidina Dawood al-Nabiyina alayhi by Allah Almighty, and he states in Holy Quran, وَآتَيْنَا دَاوُودَ زَبُورًا, and we gave the Zabur to Dawood. There are 150 surahs with this holy book, with supplications, praise and glorification of Allah Almighty found therein. It did not contain explanation of halal and haram. Subhanallah, the Holy Prophet ﷺ has stated, Allah Almighty sent revelation to Sayyidina Dawood ﷺ. O Dawood, give good news to the sinful and relate fear to the truthful, those who are pious and sincere. Listen carefully. गुनाहगारों के लिए भी सबक है और इसमें नेकूकारों के लिए भी सबक है। Sayyidina Dawood ﷺ was greatly surprised by this, and so he requested, Ya Rab, what good news should I give to the sinful, and what sort of fear should I convey upon the truthful? Allah Almighty stated, O Dawood, give this good news to the sinful, that no sin is greater than my forgiveness. रब की शान तो देखो, रब की करीबी देखो कि रब फरमाता है, दाऊद मेरे बंदों को कह दो कि कितने ही गुनाह क्यों ना हो, मेरी रहमत से बढ़कर कुछ नहीं है, मेरी माफी से बढ़कर कुछ नहीं है। अल्लाह की रहमत से मायूस नहीं होना है, मगर अगर नेकियां करके तकब्बुर भी नहीं करना है, सेटिस्फाई भी नहीं होना है, देन दाऊद अलैहिस्सलाम, अल्लाह तबारक व तआला ने फरमाया कि ओ दाऊद, गिव द गुड न्यूज़ टू द सिनफुल that no sin is greater than my forgiveness, and tell the truthful to be fearful in this matter, that they should not be happy over their righteous deeds, as whoever I have taken to account regarding my favors will be destroyed and ruined. जब नेमतों का हिसाब लूंगा, अगर किसी से लिया तो वो जवाब नहीं दे सकेगा, बस अल्लाह की रहमत ही का आसरा है। अदल करे ते थर थर कंबन, ऊंचियां शाना वाले, हम अदल के नहीं हैं, हम रहमत के सवाली, हम करम के सवाली, हमारे पास है क्या? कभी सेटिस्फाई नहीं होना नमाज पढ़ के, रोजे रख के, चैरिटी करके कि जनाब आई एम नाउ वेरी पायस पर्सनालिटी, आई प्रेड 5 namaz daily, I'm giving charity in the way of Allah. No, I'm nothing, because if He account us, He make account on us, then we have no answer. अदल करे ते थर थर कंबन, ऊंचियां शाना वाले, फजल करे ते बख्शे जासन, मैं वर्गे मुंह काले। हम फजल के सवाल, रहमत दा दरिया इलाही, हर दम वगदा तेरा, जे एक कतरा बख्शे मैनू, कम पड़ जावे मेरा। हमें बस कतरा चाहिए उसकी रहमत का, उसकी रहमत का आसरा रखना है। कभी अपने आमाल पर हमें जो है भरोसा नहीं करना और उस पर फख्र नहीं करना। I have taken, Allah says, as whosoever I have taken to account regarding my favors will be destroyed and ruined. O Dawood, if you desire to love me, remove love of the world from your heart, as love of me and the world cannot be gathered together in one heart. अगर मुझसे मोहब्बत करना चाहते हो तो दुनिया की मोहब्बत निकाल, दुनिया की मोहब्बत भी हो और अल्लाह की मोहब्बत एक साथ जमा नहीं होती हार्ट के। We have to clear our heart. इसी तरह प्यारे इस्लामी भाइयों, अगर नबी पाक के इश्क को दिल में बसाना है, if you want to take love of Rasul Paak अलैहि सलाम in your heart, you have to clear our heart with the bad, evil, habits like the proud, इसके साथ जो backbiting कर रहे हो, हम लोगों के लिए नेगेटिव अप्रोच रखा है, कीना रखा है, बुग़्ज़ रखा है, और हम कहते हैं यही दिल इश्क़ रसूल का मदीना बन जाए। We have to clear our heart. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Sayyidina Dawood alayhi salam, if you want to love me, You have to clear your heart with the love of the people. ये हम सब के लिए बहुत बड़ा सबक है. And dear Islamic brothers and viewers of Madani channel, Hazrat Dawood alayhi salam, subhanallah, beautiful habits you have. At that time, Allah Ta'ala said, in solitude, the remembers me when negligent people are engaged in their negligence of my remembrance. He thanks me for my favor at that time when the forgetful ones remain forgetful of me. Dear Islamic brothers, from the aforementioned narration, it is understood that only he who removes love for the world from his heart can attain the station of loving Allah Almighty. This is because love of the world and love of Allah Almighty cannot be gathered together. Secondly, we come to learn that worship performed at night is greater and the means of attaining the love of Allah Almighty. The virtues of performing worship at night have also been mentioned in blessed hadees.